Ron Harris here from MuscularElement.com. Coverage of the first ever Boston Pro, brought to you by High-Tech Pharmaceuticals. And if you're at the Boston Pro, who else are you going to have wrap up the judging but the Boston Mass? Jose Raymond. Jose, welcome. So happy.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you. What do we want to talk about first? Yeah.
Well, let's go in order. So we got to go back to, we're going to go through all the divisions real quick, of course, focusing on the ones that we know the most about. So in fitness, they only did the physique round. Missy Truscott, a former Olympian, Arnold Classic champion. She's pretty much always a physique round winner. Did you see?
I didn't see it.
Trust me, she was. Okay.
No, I saw her at the Arnold. She's unbelievable. Yeah. She's the superstar of superstars here. I would assume she's going to run away with it. She is the Olympia champion. Last year's Arnold champion, right?
Yep.
So Missy's got a lot going in her favor. I would find it hard for her to lose today. But we'll switch to the next division.
Sure. So now next was wellness. Now, neither one of us is the best wellness critic.
Oh, I am.
Oh, okay.
That's my favorite class now.
Is it really?
Oh, it's beautiful. They're beautiful. They're amazing. They're like blown up bikini competitors. So they're still scrumptious, beautiful, man. But they're in great condition, and they're not too much condition. Just the right amount of muscle. So I think it's come down to Angela Borges and Yarishna, a highly improved Yarishna from last week. It looked like at the Arnold she was holding a little bit in the glutes, a little bit bottom heavy, where today she looked really good. I don't know how she did it in 1 week, but she did. So I think it's very close between those two.
You've judged many shows. If you were judging based on just what we saw today, no confirmation round, who would you give it to?
I'd probably give it to Yarishna today.
Fair enough.
I probably would. And last week, Angela was clearly better than Yarishna. So it's very strange. In 1 week, Angela may have gone back a little bit, and Yarishna got significantly better. So that's the beautiful thing about this sport is that anything can happen on any given day, and that's why you got to bring 100% every time. So we'll see what happens tonight, but I think Yarishna could win this.
Yeah. And, everyone is beatable. Doesn't matter how great someone is. If they show up off, not that Angel's off, but we've seen it before where somebody catches the champ slipping and gets past him. What do we have after that? Let's see. We got a lot of divisions.
We have men's bodybuilding.
Men's bodybuilding. Okay, thank you, God.
What are we doing here?
All right, so
obviously, clearly, as I said last week, I had William winning last week. I have him clearly winning this week. Now, they did switch some things up. At first it looked like it was a William and Kuclo thing, and then they switched Justin in with Kuclo. So it could come down to William and Justin, but I mean, it's William, and then the rest. Then Justin or Steve. I don't know what they're going to do. I think Steve is clearly drier, especially from the lower body, especially in the glute and hamstring area. But Justin's back was really good. He's so thick and things were popping. He's so wide. So it's a toss-up really between those two right now. If Kuclo can fill up a little more from behind in the back, this is a good Justin. He's better than last week.
He was full to bursting. He's so round and bubbly and just looks ready to pop.
Yeah.
Where Kuclo's not flat, but I've seen him fuller when he doesn't go for the condition as much. Yeah. So that's a tough call.
I'm lean towards flat still. Okay. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. I spoke with him yesterday, and he said, we're going for, 4 or 5 pounds. He specifically said he's not going to overdo it, which he clearly didn't. He looked amazing to me. Some of his shots are just lights out. That side tricep is amazing on Steve. He's got a beautiful midsection. His arms are crazy. It really is a toss-up. It depends on what you like. Yes, Justin's fuller, rounder, but Steve has a bit more polish.
Yeah. So fourth place seems pretty clear based on that call-out. Just Samson Dauda from UK was the last guy in that four-man call-out. To me, he's a clear fourth because the way they were shuffling Kuclo and Justin around, it looked like they were really trying to figure out what to do with those two. Yeah. But Samson wasn't moved around as much. Beautiful physique on this guy. Big frame to fill out. I still think he could fill out a little bit more. I still think condition could be a little bit more. But he's got so much potential.
Yeah, I think the flight home hurt him. I think he flew from Columbus to the UK and then flew back. I think he only arrived yesterday. So he was a bit smoother. He didn't get harder as he posed, which I was hoping he would. He kind of faded because he actually didn't catch your eye at all in that top 4. I actually would argue that maybe Phil Clahar could have been in that call out. See that, Phil? You and your wife? I think you should have been in that call out and got some good comparisons with Samson. And, Samson has a very fresh look to him, but he was missing something today. Maybe he'll dry out before tonight and things will show a little bit better. I still love his physique, but I would like to see Phil Clahar get a look here.
Well, I used to say, I complained many times about the confirmation round. I thought it was useless, pointless, but now I like the idea that some of these guys may have a chance. I hate using the word overlooked because there were only 9 guys up there, so yeah. I don't think anybody really gets overlooked, but it's a chance for someone to really, if he tightens up a little, because I'll be honest, I've seen Phil better. I saw him the Tampa last year where I was there. He looked better. He was sharper, drier, and I wasn't in Texas, but based off the pictures and the video, that's the best. That's the best Phil.
Yeah,
That Phil would have definitely been fighting it out for probably top 3 here.
Absolutely, yeah. I think so. I want to recognize our local guy, Nathan Speer, who got the best crowd reaction in the building. He came out and everyone erupted. It was awesome. Nate looked great. He's a few pounds bigger than he was at Nationals. I would like to see Nate and Doug Frucci compared with Regan. Regan looked very soft for some reason. I don't know if he had issues with traveling or overfilled or something ain't working. But Doug Frucci is the hardest guy in the show from behind.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Crazy. And he's one to look for in the next coming years as he fills that frame out a little bit. But Nathan, same thing. As he fills out, and he got a good look. I really thought that was a good look. And Justin Mackey, what a beautiful shape. Again, he's not nailing contest condition, but he's got one of the best shapes up there. He's nice to look at. Everything flows well. I'd like to see him dry.
That's new size. I know he put on about 10 pounds of stage weight since last season.
Yeah.
And as you know, that's a new body to work with, and it's tough to dial it in.
His calling card run. He's been beautiful shape for years now, since he was at the USA's, and he's yet to bring that crazy dry condition. And he's not the biggest guy, so he's got to have one or the other. He's got the shape. You got to bring the condition. That would have brought him way up. I mean, I'm talking even battling Clahar just because of his shape.
We got to talk about Regan just for another second. He is lacking condition today, but some people who don't know that it's a total package being judged, they're going to think a few of these guys like Doug Frucci should have been ahead of him. But shape, size, these things carry equal amount of weight as condition.
Of course.
So Regan has much better size, much better shape, much worse condition, but in the grand scheme of things, because like I said, you're not just a seasoned competitor, a veteran, but you judge many shows.
Regan checks more of the boxes than those other guys we just named. Clearly. He's got the width, he's got the height, the stature. He's got a good amount of muscle. And he does have certain condition, like always has the hamstrings, always has a great midsection, back width. He's just not close to what he could be today. And sometimes they reward all those things we just spoke of. And sometimes they say, no, I'm going to put a guy like Doug ahead of you because he at least made an effort to do the right thing here. I don't know, But like you said, there are so many facets to judge. Regan is the higher caliber athlete of those guys, clearly. But we'll see what happens. Maybe he can tighten up too. And, Regan's future is unlimited.
27 years old.
Right.
You didn't even take your pro card till you're how old?
34. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so
I don't. Listen, I'm tough on Regan because I love the guy. I'm a huge fan. I've known him since he was 22, and which was only 5 years ago. But he, we shot a video together when we were with BPI, and he's a great kid, and he's very smart, and his future. But I'm tough on him because the expectations are there, and he's got everything. So I'm like, if you're going to be making that money on YouTube, I want to see some placings. I want to see you up there. You know, we'll see.
I want to just add, because I'm tough on the people that I care about, that I see potential. I want to see better. If I don't think you have any potential, and I don't really care how you do, I'm not gonna waste my time being too critical, because it's not gonna matter. But Regan has the potential. All right.
Yeah,
so classic physique. Oh, we got to talk about one more guy.
Islam Muhammad.
That's right, because you had him in top 5 because he was from Egypt.
I did, because he was Egyptian, but he's a big guy, bigger than I thought. He's taller, great arms, good midsection. His legs are a little smaller to that upper body.
I like his back.
He's got a good back, good width. He's just not as big as the bigger guys, and he's fighting those other names we were just saying. Could he beat Regan? I don't know. I don't think so. He doesn't have that type of physique, but he was very good.
And Max Charles, the only one we didn't talk.
Sorry, Max. Max looks like he's going through the motions. He's not very intense on stage. He doesn't look like he's fighting for anything. It's not a bad, awful version, but when Max is not 100%, his weaknesses really stand out, which are his back. I think his legs have look awesome. His hamstrings in particular, like the size of his legs from behind look really good. Obviously his pecs and his abs and shoulders are all there. He just doesn't have the flow, kind of a long torso. And depends on the lineup, and if he's 100%, he can be top 3 at most of these shows. But I think he got lost in the shuffle here.
I mean, I've seen him way better. He didn't look bad.
No.
But when you see someone at this peak condition, I always come back to him. The 2020 Arnold that's probably the best. I don't know if he's ever going to duplicate that again. That was like a lightning in a bottle type of thing. He was phenomenal at that show.
And when you know you're not at your best, your presentation shows it. And that's why I said it kind of looks like he's just going through the motions, unfortunately.
So classic physique was next. Urs Kalaczynski, the 23-year-old Miracle Bear, third place a week ago in Columbus. Heavy favorite coming in. There was a 2-man call-out, though, with him and someone I never heard of until today.
Who was that?
Tony Duong from Peoria, Arizona.
Tony.
Very impressed with him.
Oh, yeah, great lower body, great taper, great presentation, great color, very good condition. He's not winning the show, but very good. I would have liked to seen Andrew Wilson up there. Okay. Big, wide dude. He got a few comparisons, but it's clearly Urs and everyone else.
Fair enough, yeah. So after that was figure. First call out. It should be next page. I did them in order. Right. Yeah, so first call out, I didn't check them. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Men's physique. So men's physique, Aaron Banks.
He's going to win again.
Yeah, he won.
Clearly.
He wasn't on the list earlier this week, so I think I had Antoine Witherspoon as my favorite. But now that Aaron's in the show, I hate to say he's like the Ronnie Coleman of men's physique, but he's doing pretty damn well.
He's wide. He's tall and wide with incredible midsection. He just stands out. It doesn't matter, Diego Dogo.
Diogo, right?
Yeah, that guy. I was expecting a lot from him, and he didn't bring it to the Arnold, and he's not really bringing it here. Unfortunately, at the Olympia, he was unbelievable. I was hoping for big things here in Boston, but I don't know who that guy was that was in the second spot. They kept moving him in. I think I don't know what number he was. 31 maybe. I don't know. He was dark, with like curly hair, a yellow and black suit. Yeah.
I think he did the New England or the Cutler a couple years ago.
Really?
Is he from you see anybody from like New England states? Connecticut. Yeah, I think it was him. I think it was Julian. Yeah. I think he trains at that powerhouse.
Oh, really?
He kind of had
Julian
the bushy looking hair.
They were moving him into the second spot. Let's see how that goes. There were a lot of good guys there, and quite a few of them. So it's hard to judge. A lot of them look great, but I don't know. I don't know really. But
it's a tough division.
Clear to me who's winning, and that's Aaron Banks.
Figure we had a couple big names. I was really impressed again with Lola Montez Now, where is she? They say she's from Canada. Dominican, I believe. No? Where? Canada? Originally from Canada? Okay, well, she looks fantastic. That was my winner, although Nicole Zenobia Graham looked really good. I was also impressed with Boyana, but I think Lola Montez, she even got calves. She got everything, this girl.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, full, wide, great condition. Yeah. She'll win.
I mean, there's a standard. Figure's one of those things where they have really nailed down the standards, what they're looking for, and to steal your phrase, she checks off all the boxes for that. So I'm thinking Lola Montez for the win. Yeah. All right, last but not least, we had women's bikini.
Oh, and this is the one.
Yeah, this was a tight race, a three-way race it looked like.
Now, I'm going to go ahead on a limb and say another person who has improved tremendously in 1 week is Isa Piccini. And I got her winning. Wow. Yeah, Maureen was second last week.
I'm sorry, bikini. We're in bikini.
Second to
Laura Lee Chapados.
Yes, there we go. I have Isa winning, and then Maureen second. They're very close and comparable, but those front shots, like her waist to shoulder ratio, and just everything so polished, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful girl. From behind, it's very close. I would say Maureen has like tighter glutes, maybe like a more exaggerated tie-in, but Isa had drier hamstrings. Like she looked really good. She came a long way in a week.
She's an Olympia champion, by the way, people. So
so she's not
a newbie. And special mention because it was a 3-woman call out. Eli Fernandez from Mexico.
Yes.
Was it really Eli?
Eli.
Our Mexican cameraman Hector corrected me on that.
Yes.
What would that be short? What's the full name, you think? Eliana or something? It's Eli, all right, if you say so. Yeah. So, yeah, she's probably a solid third.
She is, because it was a final call out of 3. Very smart, Ron.
Good.
There was she was very similar to Maureen. Same height, color, complexion, even the glutes were similar, very similar. And that's why I think Isa's going to win, because you had 2 of the same, very similar, and then Isa stood out just with a different look. But all 3 of them are sensational. So,
all right. Well, we're going to be back here less than 6 hours. I don't know, Hector. When are you getting this up? You going to get this up soon? Okay. So 6 p.m. tonight Eastern. You can go to Boston Pro Show for the pay-per-view. It's only $10. Pretty cheap for pay-per-view. Go to
770,000 people watching this.
Do the math.
One of them. Get in there. That's the best deal in bodybuilding. $10.
Hold on. I'm still trying to get people to go to my website. MuscularDevelopment.com for all the contest gallery for all of Hector's high-resolution images because, pay-per-views moving around, but this you can really sit there and study. And, of course, if you go to the MuscularDevelopment.com No Bull Forum, there's a thread called 2022 Boston Pro Play-by-Play. It's got commentary from Chris Griffin and photos from me that are already all up there, instantly uploaded from the iPhone.
Did it work?
Yeah. I finally got
I
got the secret Wi-Fi password.
Oh, give it to me.
No, I will. So, no, I won't. He told me not to. So, check out photos there. Instant, all the comparisons are up there. Individual stuff, lots of commentary. You can go in there and put your 2 cents in, and that's it. So, join us back here in a few hours. MuscularDevelopment.com for Jose, Raymond, Ron Harris. Thanks for watching. Yeah, buddy.